good.
Well, we were just talking a second ago about Joe Rogan, but let's just carry on with that because Joe Rogan, what did he do? He broke Ngannou's
what was
record
at the Performance
Francis
Institute?
Ngannou has the record at the Performance Institute for the most powerful hit. He's kicking
What's a
it.
leg kick?
That's a leg kick. So Rogan's broken the record. So
I guess Ngannou,
what
Harrington, what was the actual record? What was Ngannou's record? Because Ngannou punched it, and I guess Rogan kicked it. But that's, I guess that's all the difference.
Well, look at the size of your leg compared to the size of your arm.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The leg's probably about, what, 4 or 5 times the size of an arm? I don't know. What would you say? 3 times? 4 times?
I watched
way bigger, way more powerful.
a sports science years
Hence,
ago.
therefore, a higher...
You're trying to use big words because your friend Ray is a UCLA professor.
Monosyllabic.
Michael Bisping said he was like, we're going to use big words today. My friend Ray's here.
I constantly use big words.
I know you do.
Very, very good vocabulary.
Jesus Christ.
There's a 5-syllable right there.
There we go.
Vocabulary. You know, we ain't messing around.
I watched a sports science years ago where they had Randy Couture ground and pounding a dummy, and they were saying that's like the most force you could possibly use on somebody, because you're using gravity, you're going down, you're crashing on their head, and then their head hits the mat.
Well,
so
that's funny because that's part of the reason that they used to justify MMA in the early days. You know, when they said it was a blood sport and this and that, and the punching on the ground and pound. They used to say, "Oh, well, that's okay because you can't generate the kind of force that you can with a regular shot. Obviously, with a punch, starts at the feet, goes way up your body, the hips."
Yeah, but you also can't roll with it when you're on the ground too. Your head's not moving.
Pearl, eat your mic a little bit more, buddy. Lean in there.
Just pull your seat forward a bit. There we go.
Like a high chair.
Yeah, but
there's no rolling with those shots. You know what I mean?
So Randy Couture, that was the hardest punch, was it?
Yeah, that was they were just going with I don't remember exactly, but they had that dumb show on, I forget, might even be like a Spike TV show. It was like sports science. And they would break down like the different like things. And it was kind of cool, I guess. But they were saying the most force was, I guess, through ground and pound, and I guess it really is.
You know, when we said not to really discuss things if we don't give a fuck about it, I gotta say I really don't care for this conversation. I'm already bored.
Yeah,
so I'm
fun.
assuming the listeners bored. Let's break down ground and pound. If you can get more fucking energy into it, or a kick or a punch, it's shit. We'll move on.
I say we start over.
I said yeah, okay. No, we won't.
Right.
Just carry on.
Look, a couple things have happened.
All right. Okay.
Number one.
Go ahead.
Mickey Gall, our friend,
Is in studio.
Former East Coast fighter, now representing the West Coast, officially out here. I just moved out here, Mickey Gall. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So what's going on with that, dude? What happened? Why'd you move out here?
Just training, man. It's I think it's it's a hotbed out here. Like if you take like 500 of the best fighters in the country, 250, I'd say like 300 are right out here. Wouldn't you guys agree? In like the SoCal, like San Diego,
for sure.
all that.
I mean, that's kind of why I'm here as well. You know, I started coming out here in 2008. I think that was the first time doing basic training camps. You know, training with Tito and Rampage and those guys back in the day. You know, and then the more I came out here, I was like, wow, there's so much talent out here. Mm-hmm. Coaches, the whole lifestyle.
Exactly, and that's our job. Get as good as we can, as fast as we can. So
yeah, no, for sure.
Expedite that process.
So where are you training at now?
So I'm living in Eagle Rock, and I go into the yard, working with Joe Schilling, doing a lot with him. Like today, right before I came here, we ran like 5 miles and sparred, and he's been helping me out a lot.
So a lot of Thai boxing then, yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Is he fighting MMA?
He is. So we'll do a session where I'll do jiu-jitsu with him for like an hour, and then he'll give me like a striking lesson for like an hour.
Okay.
So it's good. It's a good exchange.
Yeah,
we're having fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Come down to Ruka sometime.
Yeah, I will.
Let's do
for
some
sure.
training.
Yeah, for sure.
You got a fight coming up?
I don't have anything booked right now.
Right.
But I'm thinking I'm gonna fight International Fight Week. Not sure who yet.
Nice.
But eyeing that date up. Yeah.
You and a lot of people though, Mickey. I think everyone wants
Everybody
to be on that
wants
card.
all that.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm going to fight an International Fight Week.
You figure there's so many, right?
I think I main event it. Fuck it. Why not?
I won't get any pay-per-view points.
Pay-per-view points as well. Thanks, Dana.
You figure three fights in those 3 days, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's right. The International Fight Week.
You know what I mean? They do three.
Yeah, they'll have a Fox card. They'll have like an online
Thursday,
card
Friday,
as well.
Saturday. Yeah.
So fuck it, dude. You'll get in there probably. Why is it such a big deal that week? Is it I mean, is it just kind of like the amount of people, the amount of eyes on it? There's a lot of buzz. Why is it such a big deal to try to get a fight that week?
It's not really. I just kind of like it. I like the timetable. I can acclimate a little out here, you know, and before so I don't just hop right into camp. Like I was mad eager coming off like my last fight, but time like heals. So
Yeah.
then I was able to just chill out, just keep working hard.
That's you had your first loss, which sucked.
Yeah.
Who was that? Sorry.
We were on the same card.
Of course, I was
MSG.
watching very closely.
Yeah.
No. That's why I didn't know because
Yeah, we both had a tough
GSP.
night. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck that
Yeah.
guy. Okay, all right. Who'd you fight?
I fought Randy Brown.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Just I lost 2 out of the 3 rounds.
Oh shit! No, that's right. Sorry, no, I do remember
Yeah.
now. Actually, I remember watching in the locker room. That's right.
warming up like that's not going to be me.
Yeah, yeah. You know the funniest one when I was warming up for Gastelum in China, we were hitting the pads, weren't we, Jay? And I'm hitting the pads. I'm going right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook. I'm like, this fight ain't going the fucking distance. This fight ain't going the distance. Yeah, it's
You're
not.
right.
It's not getting out. It's not getting out the first round, buddy. At least I was right with that. You know.
You nailed it. I mean, look, it's your first loss.
Yeah.
You know that. How do you handle it, dude? Because everyone handles it differently. I mean, Mike Bisping, when you started in the UFC, you were 10-0.
15-0 is what I got up to at one point. You know, no big deal.
All right, I'm sorry.
Let's have it right though. You know,
Wasn't it 10-0?
I was 10-0 when I joined the UFC.
Oh, all right. So,
Yeah, so
I was completely accurate.
You were correct.
All right, good. So, all right, you were 10-0 when you joined the UFC. Eventually, you suffer a loss. What was it like? Talk to us about
It
that.
sucked. It was the worst. Like I would have like especially for like the first 2 weeks after, I had Tourette's. Like I would just be like fuck, like 5 times a day. I just feel like just thinking about it.
Yeah.
So it didn't go right. I didn't feel good that day. Well, it wasn't the best me. I think 9 times out of 10 I win that fight. I just off night.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's just, I don't know, Jason, how would you say? I mean, just some nights it's hard, you know? I mean, you have a bad day at the office, that's what they say. But
Well, as a coach, what do you tell your guy who comes off a first loss? Because you've dealt with that many times.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you give them all the cliche sayings.
No, it is.
This was God's plan.
Oh, I hate it.
Blame God.
Everything happens for a
hate
reason.
it when
Everything
people
happens
say
for a reason,
it was
man.
God's plan. Yeah, it happened for a reason. Yeah, 'cause shit.
Yeah.
That's
That
the
reason was he knocked me out.
The reason is
I go down the
list.
list, a cliche list. I just okay, everything happens for a reason.
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
You're gonna come back better.
Yeah, you're gonna come back better, stronger, faster.
Learn from this.
We'll learn.
no,
You learn from losses.
I love Jason. What do you think about it? Like, yeah, do you just read the fucking notes? What do you do? Get back in the gym. But I mean, here's the thing. For you, it is your first loss. It is a really, really big deal. But for somebody like you as a coach, it's sort of another day at the office, right?
It's
not
part of the roller coaster. It's such an
Yeah.
up and down as a coach because you do feel the effects of the wins and losses of your fighters. Like when you're close with your fighter, I mean, you feel them. I mean, you don't feel it obviously physically, but you feel it in your guts and your soul the whole night. So when Mike falls short in his fights, I mean, it's gut wrenching. I'm like our boy Mickey over here. I'll go home and have some Tourette's myself, and I'm not mad at Mike. You know what I mean? Like I'm mad at the situation. I'm mad at maybe could have I done more? Could have I said something? Whatever,
Yeah.
Losses are shitty, and as a coach, I really feel every bit of the loss, and I feel the wins as well. That's what keeps you going coaching too, because even as a coach, I mean I've lost a lot more fights than fighters lost. You know what I mean? Because because there's so many different fighters. So I've had, you go on losing streaks sometimes. You go on winning streaks, and sometimes you want to be like, "Fuck, man, I'm over this shit."
Just one question as it pertains to that, because I think it's kind of interesting. What happens when you have 2 fighters on a card? One wins and then one loses. How awkward is it to you're celebrating, but you're like, dude, but come on, party over here.
I've had that. Yeah, I've had that, and it's like, it is. It's kind of you're invited to the loser to the after party.
Yeah. To be honest though.
Connecting sleep to sports isn't easy, but here goes. Mattress Firm is America's neighborhood mattress store, and it should be your goal to check out the deals that they have going on every day. Their mattresses are softer than your rival's team's defense. They get a 10 out of tennis. You're going to love your new bed. Okay, all terrible dad jokes aside, head to mattressfirm.com/podcast and stretch your budget further than a gymnast before a floor routine.
Boom.
Unless you're a pussy, and you're a woman, you got to take it like a man.
Well, depends.
No, do you know, like
Hey, no.
if I win a fight, I'm celebrating. If I lose, I'm drowning my fucking sorrows.
Yeah, you're
Either
drinking
way,
either way.
I'm going to be hungover. I'm going to
Either
enjoy
way, you're
myself.
celebrating.
Listen, I've just done a 2-month training camp. I've exercised a lot of discipline. I've followed a strict diet, and now it's all right. We didn't get the result we want. All right, but let's go out as a team. And we all did a good job. Hopefully, if we all did a good job, let's go and enjoy ourselves. All right, wasn't the result we wanted. Next time we'll be back. when I fought Rashad Evans, like for me, that was a weird one because that was my first loss.
It was a split decision. It was a
split decision. Highly controversial that a lot of people thought I won.
Yeah.
You know,
most
people. No, to be fair, I think his takedown in the third round, he did deserve to win. But anyway, for me, that was when I went down to 185 because he was killing himself in the sauna, cutting weight, and I was actually sat drinking 7-Up and eating noodles in a Chinese restaurant. You know, so I kind of highlighted the fact I'm not doing everything I can, not making the sacrifices to be as good as I can be.
And that was the difference, you think?
Well, I was fighting bigger guys. I was too small. I didn't have to cut weight. You know, everyone else is cutting weight, killing themselves in the sauna, doing whatever they need to do. I'm fucking in a Chinese restaurant.
I mean, look at the size of some of these middleweights. Some of these middleweights are fucking monsters.
Well, this is it. So I cut down to middleweight. And my second fight, I was fighting Jason Day, I think. And I remember seeing him in the hotel. I was like, holy shit, I thought these middleweights were small.
Right.
Octagon News.